Hello, everyone out there in Rumble X and YouTube land. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I, of course, am Diego. And today we're going to talk some more, hopefully for the last time, about Wicked. That's right, Wicked, your favorite movie from 2024. Woke as hell, but not as woke as I thought it would be. I mean, the message is definitely in there. I think I pointed that out a lot in the last video. There's a lot of this, empowering message for women. Like, come on, for Christ's sake. Okay, this whole empowering thing has been going on for 50 plus years in Hollywood. Okay, how many more decades of this do we freaking need? Okay, you're empowered already. Okay, get over it. Okay, there is no glass ceiling anymore. Okay, women can do whatever the hell they want. Okay, I did not grow up in an era where women were being suppressed. Okay, I did not grow up in an era where women were being suppressed. All right, all that stuff was handled by my grandparents or my parents. Okay. All that stuff is over and done with now, all right? Women have all the opportunities that men have, okay? They get to do whatever the jobs they want to do just like men do, all right? So no, don't give me this crap about you need a movie like Wicked is going to save lives. It's not going to save crap, all right? It's just another female empowerment movie. Like, we haven't had enough of those, okay? What really bothers me is, like, we hear all this damn time about female empowerment and how women are so strong and all this kind of stuff, and women can do anything and they can do it better than a man and blah, 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 blah. If that's the case, then why the hell there's so many freaking female empowerment songs out there? Where are all the male empowerment songs? There aren't any. There aren't any. You know why? Because we get by without them, that's why. Because we don't freaking need them, that's why. We just take life and we keep going. You see what I mean? We don't need it. We don't need to hit you over the head over and over again about how strong and tough men are. We don't do that. Even in the guy movies, we didn't do that. Okay? We just did things. We didn't have to remind you every half hour how you're a second-class citizen and we are the real power of humanity. We don't do that. Okay, I'd love to see a movie where a woman was a boss bitch, okay, and her beta male assistant actually did all the work and actually like solves the crimes, beats the bad guys and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, she gets credit for it all, and she's really a dumb shit. I would love to see that movie, but you're never going to see it happen because Hollywood never let it happen. Because Hollywood decides what movies get made. And right now, and for a long time now, the whole feminist message has been going on. A lot longer than the woke stuff, okay? This third wave feminism, second wave feminism, this has been going on since like before I was born, honestly. Like, we're talking about the 60s, okay? All right, enough of it already. How about this? How about instead of this female empowerment junk that we've been getting, okay, that men are just so we've tuned it out completely by now. Men are just so tired of this crap. That's why we changed the channel. That's why we don't watch this shit. Okay, another female empowerment song. It's like another Disney princess song. Another freaking, like woman singing in front of a reflection of herself in the water about how great she is and how she can do anything. What the fuck? You know what we had? We had Rocky, okay? We had Rocky. All right, and despite the fact that Rocky does win, he does get the girl, he does become the champion of the world and all that kind of stuff, all right? But you know what? He also gets a lot of other problems, okay? He gets brain damage, he loses his money, his son won't respect him, okay? And despite the fact that he won all these incredible things, he's still a dumb fuck, okay? Getting punched in the head didn't make him smarter, okay? He still retained, being an idiot, all right? So it's not like, everything changed for him. He was still a humble guy. He was still, a dummy, a guy who could barely read. You see what I mean? None of that changed, no matter even when at the top of his career in Rocky IV, where he had all the money and the fame and he defeated the Russian, even with all that, he was still a dumbass. Okay? He had to depend on other people to do the grown-up work for him because he just didn't have the mental capacity to do it himself. Okay? To his own detriment, unfortunately. Okay, you see what I mean? Now that's someone that you can relate to, okay? Because even though he had the highest of highs, he ended up losing it all. If only he'd been smarter with his money, if only he'd known how to be smarter with his money, if only he had known, if only he hadn't taken so many fights, he wouldn't have gotten the brain damage. If only he had, focused more on his family instead of trying to avenge his friend's death, maybe his son wouldn't have withdrawn from him for as long as he did. That kind of thing. So he had stuff to make up for. Okay, even his criminal record came back to haunt him, bite him in the ass. Okay, like all these things. He didn't get away scot-free with anything. Okay, he suffered for his victories. He suffered. Even in the last time we saw Rocky was in Creed 2, and in that one, he even tells Adonis, okay, Apollo Creed's son, he even tells him, hey, that fight I had with the Russian back in Rocky 4, okay, that fight broke stuff into me that has never been healed, okay? You see what I mean? This is a guy who went through a lot of crap, okay, and he didn't go through it all unscathed. Everything that he did, all the kind, it cost him something. It cost him something. You see what I mean? That's what makes him heroic, is he lost things on the way, but he got to where he wanted to go, but it cost a lot more than he realized he would have to pay. Okay, and unbelievably, he ended up paying it and still finding a way to maintain a positive attitude and be appreciative for his life instead of feeling sorry for himself. You see what I mean? That's what I'm talking. That's a hero's journey. Okay, that's a guy you can relate to. Think about like the first Die Hard movie, okay? Bruce Willis plays an average cop. He's not a Stallone or a Schwarzenegger. He's not there doing, jumping, roundhouse kicks and shit and beating the crap out of terrorists left and right. And every time he shoots, he never misses and doing acrobatics. No, he wasn't doing any of that crap. Okay, he was just trying to get by. He was trying to survive the night. Okay, hoping his wife doesn't get killed. All right. He wasn't indestructible. Okay, he couldn't beat these guys, in a fair fight. He had to use something. He had to hit him with a chain. He had to, he had to choke the guy out, knock him down the stairs. He couldn't fight like these guys. These guys are professional assassins. He's just a cop from New York. Okay, so you had to find ways to win these fights. And when they hurt him, like there was a scene in Die Hard where he gets, glass. There's all this shattered glass and he has no shoes. He's got to run across the glass barefoot. Okay, he's got to try to stop the bleed and pull the glass in the bathroom. Okay, you can imagine the kind of pain he's in. He can't run anymore. He's got to bandage up his feet. I mean, this guy is broken, man. His body is falling apart. He's been through so much. You see what I mean? I mean, he's like, dude, he's got very little left, if anything. It's amazing that he survived this long. Okay, you see what I mean? By the end of the movie, he's in no condition to do roundhouses against some martial arts terrorists. He can't do any of that crap anymore. He's got to rely on his wits. That's all he's got left. You see what I mean? This is a guy that it wasn't easy for him. The cops are sure as hell aren't helping him. They're making things worse. Okay? The leader of the terrorists figures out that one of his hostages is this guy's wife. I mean, he's not in a good situation, right? He's not in a good situation. Okay, he's doing the best he can. You see what I mean? That's a story you can get behind. Like, oh my God, I hope he makes it. Because the victories that he's getting, are not easy for him. They're not easy. They're costing him something. You see what I mean? That's something you can relate to. All right, that's what we want to see in our heroes. Now imagine all of that all these examples that I just gave you, but imagine that a movie where all this stuff happens to a woman. You ain't gonna see that. You'll never see that. At least not right now. Maybe in a few years, hopefully you will. But you're not gonna see that right now. You definitely won't see it in this. You know why? Because that's misogyny. If a woman suffers anything in a movie, that's misogyny. That's just another example of the patriarchy suppressing women, abusing women, and being okay with it. And you see what I mean? So women got to be boss bitches. They got to be tough, strong, smart. Better than any man. You see what I mean? And it's not realistic because you know what? I don't give a shit how many movies or TV shows you see, including this one. When you step outside, okay? That is not what you're going to see in women, all right? You are not going to see that. Okay? There's a whole spectrum of different types of women, just like there are men. And not all of them are boss bitches. Okay? Not all of them are boss bitches, all right? They're not. Okay? Just like men. Not all men are weak, impotent, scaredy cats. Okay, dumbasses, evil, okay? Not all men are like that either, okay? Yet that's all you're gonna see in these movies. I mean, this is a perfect example of Wicked. I mean, look at Bach. Bach is the perfect example right there. Incel. What do you call it? He's a beta male, okay? Unattractive, okay? No confidence, okay, with women, okay? punching up above his grade, trying to get a 10. Okay, well, no, actually, I take that back. I would give Glinda, I'll give her a solid 6 on a good 6 or 7 on a good day. All right. Okay, and he's trying to get that. No, you're not going to get that. Okay, she's going to go for the 10 or the 9, whatever the hell Fiyero is. Okay, I might even give him a 10. You know why? Because he's super rich. He's good looking. Okay, he's charming. Okay, he's witty. Okay, he's smart. Okay, he's courageous. He's strong. He's all these things. Okay, in this case, he's the perfect guy. Okay, he's even royalty, for Christ's sake. Okay, he's royalty. Okay, so of course he's a 10. Okay. What do you think? Who do you think Linda's going to go for? All right, you see what I mean? He sure as fuck is not going to go for an Elphaba. All right, who is, green skin aside, is a 3. Okay, let's be honest here. She's a 3. Okay, which works fine for a character. I mean, Elphaba, Wicked Witch of the West, not supposed to be a beautiful woman. All right, but realistically, it's not believable. Okay, like I said, this was written by gay guys. Okay, straight guys were not involved in this movie. Okay, in the writing of it, the producing of it, the casting, none of it. All right, and it shows. It shows throughout the whole movie. It shows. All right. Okay. No, for Christ's sake, you've got Fiyero is 38 years old in real life, and he's playing a 20-year-old, a 21-year-old. Cynthia Erivo is 37 in real life, and she's playing a 21-year-old. I mean, come on. I mean, even Ariana Grande, who's had plastic surgery, is 31 in real life, and she's playing an 18-year-old. I mean, this is ridiculous. Okay, and we're supposed to believe that? Come on. Sorry, not buying it, all right? And also, even the Wizard, Jeff Goldblum, what is he? He's like 75 years old? Okay, so if you do the math on that, if you assume that Elphaba is 22, that means that he was, 53? 53 years old? When he impregnated Melina, that's Elphaba's mom? Did he look 53 in that scene where he's dancing that green liquid and giving it to Melina? They're both getting fucked up and having sex. Did he look like that? Did he look 53 in that? No, okay? He did not. You see what I mean? The age is just fucking crazy, okay, in this movie. And we're supposed to buy it. It's like watching Grease again. Did any of those main characters in the Grease movie, did they all really look like they were 17 years old? No, they sure as fuck did not, okay? Stockard Channing was 31 when she played Rizzo in the Grease movie, okay? Even John Travolta was like 24, okay? So no, they did not look like they were 17, 16 years old, all right? Like they were supposed to, okay? And that shows in this movie, okay? It's one of the things I don't like about the movie, all right? But yes. Okay, that's what we're supposed to believe here. That's what we're fed. And that's the narrative that we're supposed to go with, okay? So, if you like it, that's fine. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to call out this crap, okay? Because I don't like it. I've watched a lot of movies. I've watched a lot of TV shows. And I start to see patterns, over and over again. Cliches, tropes, you could call it, whatever, okay? And this movie falls into a lot of them, okay? All right? And when I see it, I'm going to call it out. The whole thing about Elphaba singing about like how she's not the same anymore. She's going to defy gravity. She can't just go along with play someone else's game anymore. She has to be true to herself, and live her own truth. And this shit is in all the fucking Disney princess movies, for Christ's sake. Okay? This argument only works if the system that is trying to tell you what to do, if that system is evil and corrupt, then yes, of course. Break away from it. It doesn't serve you. Okay? But telling people to be nice to each other, to treat each other with respect, if someone says, hey, if a woman says, hey, you know what, I think I just want to get married and have kids and be a mom. I want to do those things. If a woman says that, she shouldn't be vilified for that. She shouldn't be told, oh, you're just falling into the patriarchy. You're going to let them brainwash you and control you like a slave. No. She's doing it because she fucking wants to. You see what I mean? And if a guy wants to marry a woman that actually lets him be the head of the household, what the fuck's wrong with that? If he finds a woman that wants him to do that, to be in charge of the family, what the fuck is wrong with that? Nothing. That's not him being an evil, misogynistic piece of shit holding his wife back. No. That's what she wants, and that's what he wants to do. And he shouldn't have to apologize for that. Because guess what? Out there in the real world, okay, that's kind of like what it's like. Not everybody, obviously, but that's pretty much what it's like. I know lots of boss bitches. Okay? Had sex with several of them, okay? To be honest, all right? And all of them want a man, okay? All of them want a man who's in charge. Not this bullshit. They don't want some Bach beta male motherfucker who wants her to make all the decisions, who wants her to come up with everything. They don't like that. Women actually like masculinity, and you would never know it by watching these fucking movies. And no, Fiyero is not an example of masculinity. He's a parody of it. Okay, the fact that they got an openly gay guy to play a straight guy should tell you that. That's the only reason he's allowed to act masculine in this movie. Okay, and he doesn't even pull that off correctly. I already pointed out all the mistakes that Fiyero's making, pretending to be a straight guy. Okay, he's already made a lot of this. First of all, he's in love with an ugly woman. That right there should tell you something, right? Right there, you lost me. Okay, so that's not realistic. Okay, in real life, that's what people want, and it doesn't matter how many fucking movies you make, how many musicals you make. The fact that this was made by gay guys, okay, instead of by straight people, hell, it wasn't even made by a woman. Nothing about this movie. The book was not written by a woman. The Broadway show was not adapted by a woman. The songs were not written by a woman. All that was gay guys. You see what I mean? Same with Mamma Mia. Look at Mamma Mia. I reviewed that movie already. Mamma Mia. Same fucking shit. Okay, it's all gay. It's a parody of what they think heterosexuality is. But it's just gay. It's a gay version of what a gay guy's idea of what heterosexual relationships are like. Okay, and it's not correct. Now, and it's true. They keep the real authenticity. Okay, they want a gay guy. Only a gay guy can direct a gay love story. Only a gay guy can play a gay guy. You see, that's bullshit. Okay, let me tell you what a gay guy can't do. Okay, a gay guy cannot interpret heterosexual relationships correctly because they don't know what it's like. They don't know what it's like. Oh, sure, there's plenty of gay guys that have had sex with women. Of course there is. Okay? But how many were really, really turned on by one? How many? Where they would take that over anything else. Sex with a woman over anything else. How many? If the answer is plenty, then they weren't really gay, were they? At least, but personally, I don't believe in bisexuality. Not for men, at least, okay? Every guy that goes both ways, every guy that fucks another guy, okay, ends up with a guy in the end. And every girl that fucks another girl ends up with a guy in the end. All right, so no, I don't buy that at all. Okay, so but there is no rule saying that only a straight actor can play a straight guy. No, that's the only way a character like Fiyero can get away with acting his parody of masculinity. Okay, it's because deep down inside, everyone knows it's a gay guy playing it. It's okay. He can act like an alpha male. You know why? Because we all know that he's really a gay guy. He's just pretending to be straight. Aren't we so good? Look at how we imitated straight people. Pat on our back, on our ass, fuck me in the ass. You see what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. It's the same thing with that show. What the hell is that show with Neil Patrick Harris? How I Met Your Mother. Okay, same thing. Neil Patrick Harris's character, he plays this alpha Chad guy, right? The guy that fucks all the women, okay, that loves to fucking just get laid all the time, right? He fucks all the girls and brags about it, right? Okay, the only reason he got away with that, playing that character, is because deep down inside, everyone that was involved in that show, everyone that wrote the episodes, okay, everyone knew that Neil Patrick Harris was gay in real life. So when he played that character on the show, it was a parody of what he thought alpha Chads act like. And because the writers loved it so much, in a way, they're sticking up for gay rights. Oh, it's really a gay guy. You can't tell the difference between a gay guy and a straight guy. Because look at this guy. Okay, he acts straight, doesn't he? He looks straight, doesn't he? But he's really gay. Oh, we got you on that one. You see what I mean? They think they're putting one over on us. That's the only reason he's allowed to say those things. If you got a straight guy to play that character, he would be, oh my God, he would be blacklisted from Hollywood. He'd never work. He'd be working at a goddamn Taco Bell. Okay, because nobody would ever hire him. Okay, because of the misogyny. How dare a straight guy play a character that treats women like they're disposable? Oh my God. You see what I mean? But if a gay guy does, it's okay. It's a gay guy. It's fine. It's fine. You see what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. So the only way you're going to see like a masculine guy, okay, is if a gay guy plays it. Okay, that's Hollywood for you. That's DEI. That's all the social justice bullshit that this movie is infused with. Okay, not the worst movie I've ever seen. Okay, there's a lot of good things here. I pointed out a lot of this stuff. Okay, but if you want me to dance around the fact that this movie has an agenda, it has a message that's trying to promote. Okay, then if you want me to not talk about that, okay, well then fuck you. Sorry, I'm going to talk about it. This movie definitely falls into that category. It's definitely trying to tell you something. All right, and not about don't be a racist. Okay, not about that. Okay. Not about like, oh, don't be a Nazi, because like, let's face it, the animals in this movie are Jews from World War II. Okay, let's face it. Okay, the wizard is basically Hitler. Okay, we know that. We know they're making that parallel. All right, but that's not the message that this movie is trying to tell you. The message they're trying to tell you is that up is down, left is right, the sky is green, right is really wrong. You know, and just flip over all of morality, okay? Because that's okay. You know, there's no such thing as a woman. A woman is a human being who identifies as a woman. Well, that's not an answer. You still haven't defined what a woman is. What is a tree? A tree is something that, with the properties and characteristics of a tree. That's not an answer. That's a circular question. You see, that's what I'm talking about here, okay? That's what they're doing, okay? They're trying to program you. Thank God we've had enough of this shit, okay? No one's buying that message anymore. I think they're just like me. They're going to judge the movie based on its own merits. I see right through the crap, okay? I noticed that all the students at Shiz University are wearing uniforms that are half masculine on one side and feminine on the other side. That shit was on fucking purpose, okay? That when Fiyero walked into the campus, okay, all the women and the men were all like fixing their hair for him, you know, so they could look good for him. You think I didn't fucking notice that? Okay, get the fuck out of here. All right, it's so fucking obvious. Okay, with the message that they're pulling here. Okay, and to that I say, you know what? Write your own story. There's a market for everything. All right, but don't expect me to act like I didn't notice that. Okay, it's right fucking there. Anyway, moving right along. Where we left off last time, Elphaba and Glinda are in the tower of the Emerald City. They're in the palace. They're upstairs from the wizard's palace where he has the big robotic head. They're fleeing. Elphaba's got the Grimoire. She already cast a spell to make a broomstick come alive and do what she says and fly her around. Okay, and the guard's about to break down the door to the I guess to the tower or to the attic tower. Okay, where they are, and arrest both of them. Right. So Elphaba asks Glinda to join her. Let's escape the tower together. Let's go off and form a revolution against the wizard. You know, we'll do things our way. Together, we're unlimited. We're best friends. There's nothing we can't accomplish together when we rub our pussies together. You know? Glinda refuses to join Elphaba, but she does find a cape, a 6-foot long cape, which can magically turn into a 40-foot long cape. How, it's never explained, but we do see it happen. Okay. And the cape, you know, like I said, she puts it on Elphaba. So now Elphaba kind of does look like the Wicked Witch of the West now. She's got the clawed green hands, full black outfit. Okay, she's got the canonical brim hat now. Okay, now she's got the black cape, and now she's also got the broomstick. Okay, so she's rocking the look now. Okay, doesn't have any stuff on her face though, no prosthetics like Margaret Hamilton did in the original Wizard of Oz. But you know, she's basically a black woman, an unattractive black woman that they spray painted her green. And if you have a problem with that, that means you're racist. Okay, so all of this is slow moving drama. Okay, now remember the guards are right outside. They're about to break down the door. They've only been battering the door with a battering ram for the past 2 hours or something. You know, so that's what gave Elphaba and Glinda all this free time to just talk. You know, and read books and stuff, and you know, talk to each other about their feelings and how great each other is, how unlimited they are, that kind of stuff. Maybe discuss joining sides and that kind of shit. All right, so there's no sense of urgency, no rush, basically. Okay, that broomstick was blocking the door, but obviously Elphaba removed it. But it still took the guards another 2 hours to break open the door, despite the fact that there was only a popcorn machine blocking that door from being open. They had a battering ram. There was 12 of them. Okay, anyway. But don't think about that right now, okay? So all of this slow-moving drama, okay? The film forgets that the guards are right outside trying to break the door down, okay? Because that would interfere with all the slow pace, talking that Elphaba and Glinda are doing, all right? All the drama, all right? Okay, and like I said, the guards are supposed to be breaking down the door right now. Like at any moment, they're gonna walk in the room. But yet, Elphaba and Glinda are just having a normal conversation, like it's like they're trying to decide what to do over the summer, that kind of thing, right? Okay, and the flying monkeys, by the way, remember them? Now the flying monkeys, they were created by Elphaba. Okay, they were blue monkeys. They were the guards of the Wizard of Oz. She cast a spell from the Grimoire. They grew wings. They're flying around now. Okay, obviously Elphaba went against the wizard, told the wizard "fuck you," and ran off with the book. Glinda went to go chase her. Okay, the wizard and Madame Morrible announced on the speaker system, capture her, capture Elphaba, and bring her back here. She is a fugitive of Oz. So the monkeys started chasing her. Now the monkeys, they're not very smart, but they do know that Elphaba is in the tower. They know she's in the tower because they've seen her in the tower. Okay, they actually tried to break through the windows and try to grab her. Okay, but they couldn't fit through the windows. Okay, because they were outside. Okay, so that's why they haven't caught Elphaba yet. Okay, but they are flying around outside. They know that Elphaba and Glinda are inside the building. They know exactly where in the building they are. Okay, but yet now we're at the tower where there's open windows. And there's not one blue flying monkey in sight. They could easily just show up and grab them and put an end to this. But they're nowhere in sight. They must have gone to the other side of Oz, or maybe they're checking, the other buildings in Oz, okay? Or maybe they went all the way to Munchkinland to see if maybe Elphaba went over there, okay? That kind of a thing. Why are they doing that? I don't fucking know. Because remember, they already know that Elphaba is inside the tower somewhere. So all they have to do is fly around the tower and wait for her to leave through a window. But none of the monkeys thought of that. Okay, for whatever fucking reason. Instead, they flew somewhere else where we don't see them and they're not around. Okay? Okay. So that's going on here, okay? But like I said, no sense of urgency. A lot of slow-mo with Elphaba, okay? Posing. She's posing on the broomstick before she flies away. That kind of shit, okay? Elphaba cried, okay? And we get some more slow singing. Okay, so she's not just posing in slow motion and stuff and spinning around. She's also crying very slowly, and she starts singing. Because they got time to kill, right? Okay, and of course I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy. So her and Glinda are like, I hope you're happy, my friend. Like, you're gonna sing that fucking slow when you're about to get fucking arrested? Are you? No, you're not. All right, but in this movie you are. Okay, so boom, finally, it only took 2.5 hours, but the guards finally broke down the door with the battering ring, and it took like 2 seconds, not even 2 seconds, for one of the guards to push the popcorn cart away so they could actually walk through the door. It took like 2 seconds for one guard to roll. It was on wheels, so he just rolled the popcorn cart away. Because remember, that was the only thing that was keeping that door closed, was that popcorn cart, okay? And it took that battering ram, 2.5 hours to break it down, okay? So that happens here, okay? They finally got the door open, okay? The guards, they grab Glinda. They go up there and they grab Glinda, okay? But they can't grab Elphaba because apparently she knows Taekwondo or some shit. She knows how to get out of moves. When they try to grab her, she slips out of their grasp, And then when they try to chase her, she has superhuman leaping ability. Like, she can jump 30 feet and stuff, right? We saw her do that earlier when she was all excited when she showed up on Oz. She was running through the wheat fields, jumping up, like Superman in the Superman movies, through Kansas, singing the wizard. Remember all that shit? Okay. Well, she's doing that again, this time in the tower. So that's why the guards can't grab her. They can't capture her because she's the boss bitch. Okay, and they're just a bunch of dumb fucking piece of shit men, like all the men are in Oz, just the straight ones at least, okay? But there aren't any straight ones, so who gives a shit? Okay, anyway, so she crashes through one of the windows, sustains absolutely no injuries, of course, no cuts, nothing like that, okay, and then she falls from the tower. Okay, now it takes a good, 30 minutes for her to fall up from the top of the tower to hit the ground, okay? Why? Because, she wants to take a break. She wants to look at herself in her reflection on the Emerald City Tower where she's falling to her death. She wants to take some time, just look at herself in the mirror, what she looked like, think about her situation, how am I gonna get out of this one, that kind of thing. She got time to kill, so while she's falling to her death. So she's just looking at herself, and what does she see on her reflection from the side of the building? Okay, what does she see in the windows? She sees herself as a young girl that we saw earlier in the movie when she was probably about 8 years old or so, 7 or 8 years old. Okay, when she was playing with that Wizard of Oz pop-up book, you know, that she got at fucking Aldi's. Okay, yeah, that actually showed the wizard in his human form in the middle of the pop-up book. You know, yeah, exactly, right? Okay, and so she's falling to her death. Look at herself; she sees herself as a young girl, and I guess this is a moment for her where she realizes that her old self and her new self are reconciling with each other somehow in some metaphysical fucking way. Who gives a shit? I'm already fucking bored by this point. Okay, so she reaches out with her hand. Her younger self reaches out their hand, and instead of them touching each other's hands through the glass while she's falling to her death, okay, remember this whole segment takes like 5 minutes, okay, and while she's falling to her death, she has time to reflect on her life, you know, think about all the things that happened, okay, relive her entire life story, you know, go over the finer points. What did she like? What didn't she like? You know, that, because all this is going on while she's falling to her death, okay? She's reliving all these moments in her life, okay? That's all going on, okay? Reflecting on her life experiences, okay? She admires the reflection of her younger self, okay? While her younger self is also falling, okay? Her child version reaches out to her out her hand to her, and her adult Elphaba slowly considers reaching out to her younger self. She's kind of like, should I? This is while she's falling to her death. Like that, okay? So instead of them touching, what happens? The broomstick magically appears in her hand. How? I don't know. It just showed up. Okay, just like boom, and there it is. The broomstick is in her hand. Okay. It appears, okay, and then she uses it to fly back up the tower. Now, a complaint that I had with this scene was here she is falling to her death, like I said, okay? She's about to hit the floor. Now she's only a few feet away from hitting the pavement. She grabs the broomstick, she sits on it, and immediately skyrockets back up in the air. So that keeps her from dying, from splattering, right? At this moment, what the movie should have done, this should have been the moment when Elphaba did her Wicked Witch of the West laugh. She did it earlier in the movie. When she was fighting with Glinda, when they were roommates and they still hated each other, and they were like rearranging each other's like property and stuff back and forth, you know, all that kind of stuff. Okay, there was a scene in there where Elphaba went like, okay, she laughed like Margaret Hamilton did in the original Wizard of Oz movie. Okay, I thought I would see that again. This moment right now, where all of a sudden Elphaba decides that a Wicked Witch of the West, that's what I'm going to be. I embrace it. I accept it. This is who I am. This is what they want me to be. So this is what I'll be. Okay, but I'm going to be it under my rules, no one else's, okay? She affirms herself. She finally, you know, is living her truth. She grabs her fucking broomstick, and instead of splattering on the floor and dying, she fucking raises herself back up and starts flying straight up, back up in the air, okay? That would have been the perfect moment for her to be like that, okay? Because that's her epiphany. That's her moment of realization that this is what her life about. She's going to play this role, but she's going to do it her way. If they want to label her as wicked, fuck them. Then I'll be wicked to them, okay? But I'm still going to be mean. I'm still going to fight for what I want to, and fuck the wizard and fuck everyone else, okay? I'm going to be proud of who I am. That should have been how it went. But it wasn't. She remained silent. She remained silent. She'd never been this close to death before. I mean, she was literally a few feet away from splattering on the concrete. And she just flies up and remains silent. Like, this fucking Elphaba has no person, she has a limited personality. Okay, she's very melancholy. Even at death's door, she still remains stoic, depressed, melancholy, morose. Okay, that's not what the Wicked Witch of the West was in Wizard of Oz. In the Wizard of Oz, she was like, I'm going to get you. Oh, that's not what worries me, though. With poison in it. Don't you dare. Okay, that was the Wicked Witch of the West. And part of it was her laugh. That was part of it, too. She enjoyed being wicked. When she died in the original movie, she said, how dare you destroy my beautiful wickedness? She thought being evil was beautiful. You see what I mean? This could have been that moment where Elphaba decides that this character that they're making her out to be, she's going to make it beautiful. Make it beautiful to her. This was the perfect moment to do it, and they missed it. They missed it. If they had done that laugh, if she had done that laugh, that means that now when I look at the Wizard of Oz, okay, the Wicked Witch isn't laughing because she's happy that she's evil. She's laughing Because she doesn't give a shit that you think she's evil. She knows who she is. She knows she's not evil. You see what I mean? That would have been the defiance of social norms right there. That's her fucking I gotcha. That's her I'm not going to do what society tells me to do anymore. That would have been perfect. But they didn't do it. And you don't got to be a straight guy to figure that out. God, that's such a letdown. That would have been you would have won me over right there. If she had done that laugh, okay, when she soars back up in the air to reclaim herself, that would have been perfect. Then the moment was gone. It really pissed me off, okay? Missed a great opportunity to have her do the Wicked Witch of the West laugh, okay? Anyway, that pissed me off. Anyway, like I said, Cynthia Erivo, okay, is always melancholy, like I said, all right? Okay, she never revels in her emotions, okay? She never just revels in it. She could... Or... She does that a lot, but she doesn't fucking act like the Wicked Witch. You see what I mean? So she never really like goes all in. Okay? And Margaret Hamilton did it. She let everybody, I'm the Wicked Witch of the West. Okay, I'm going to live up to my name. This version of her doesn't do that at all. And it pisses me off. The whole point of Wicked is you're supposed to be like, okay, how do I reconcile this evil woman with this helpless victim that was mistreated her whole life? How do I reconcile these things and show this story? So that when you see her as wicked, it's not that she's wicked, it's just that, she was a victim of a lot of abuse and people labeled her as wicked when she really wasn't. Okay? In other words, justifying all of the Wicked Witch of the West's actions in the original movie. Okay, that came across as evil, but this is why she did it. You see? Okay, that came across as evil, but this is why she acts that way. You see? It's not really her fault. You see? That's what Wicked was supposed to do, and it did it pretty well in the original book. I mean, not 100%, okay, but in the original novel, they did it pretty well. Gregor Maguire did it pretty well. The reason she was such a bitch to Dorothy was because Dorothy killed her fucking sister. Dorothy killed her sister and stole her sister's slippers. Okay, Elphaba wanted them back. Of course she's not going to like this girl. You see what I mean? And then she's got a lion and a tin man and a scarecrow trying to help her? No, fuck all of you. I'll take you all on. Those are my slippers. You stole them from my sister. Okay? I don't give a shit about you. I'm going to get those slippers back, you bitch. You see what I mean? And you would understand why Elphaba was that way. Now that you know her backstory. You see what I mean? She's not a bad person, but she's mad. She's mad at Dorothy. She's mad at Glinda. That's why she was a bitch to Glinda too. She's mad at the wizard. That's why the wizard wants her dead. You see, that makes more sense. Okay, this version of Elphaba would never, ever harm a little girl. You see what I mean? Would never kill a fucking animal like the cowardly lion. She loves the animals. She protects them. She sets them free. She doesn't want them in cages. She wants them to have equal status with all the humans. She would never attack a sensitive Tin Man. She would never set a scarecrow on fire. You see what I mean? So how are you going to reconcile this? You can't. You can't. This Elphaba would never do these things. So the only way they can fix this, okay, make it make sense, is in part 2, Elphaba is either going to, they're either going to cut out all the scenes with Dorothy, okay, like they did in the Broadway show. You didn't see Dorothy in the Broadway show. You barely saw the Tin Man. You barely saw the Scarecrow, and you only saw the Cowardly Lion's tail. Okay, so you didn't see Elphaba reacting to them or having conversations with them. You never see her having a conversation with Dorothy. You see Glinda and Elphaba talking about Dorothy. Glinda pleading with her, you need to let her go. Stuff like that. But you never actually see the interaction between Elphaba and Dorothy in the Broadway show. There is interactions in the book. Okay, but I don't think the movie's going to go that way. Okay, because in the book she did not fake her death. Elphaba did not fake her death in the book. She really died. In the Broadway show, she faked her death. Okay, you see what I mean? So who the fuck knows how they're gonna reconcile this? Okay, but if they sideline Dorothy in the next movie, I'm gonna be super pissed. I'm gonna be super pissed. Or if they make Dorothy evil in order to keep Elphaba good, I'm gonna be super pissed. Because that goes against the whole point of what the story was. You might as well have written a totally different original story instead of this one. Okay, I'm going to stop my review right here, but I'll be back to finish my review of Wicked. I thank you very much for watching this long, and I will see you soon on the next one. Bye.